Hello and welcome back to my channel. It is Miss Kitty Plan and I'm here with my August monthly kit. So the kit I'm using is from Harriet Wright Design. As you can see, that was the bottom top washi, and we had some labels and our sidebar and the other part of the top bottom washi. Why do I say top bottom when it's top? Just top. I don't know. So here we have our August monthly, and just putting the first piece down. And as I have been saying, for every of my monthly, I'm choosing a new shop every month to try out different shops. So, and the kit is a glossy kit, and I was really looking forward to it. And also I think the color is so pretty. I really like it, and it's so nice. And she even gives you those extra full boxes to cover up the parts that's not in August, so I think that's great. I love when shops does that, especially because it gives you the whole image of that girl, so I think that's great. That's so pretty. Oh, it's so gorgeous. So, to the other part, of course, getting down the other side of the washi. Oh, and it was a little bit difficult when it's that long of a sticker, to get it down properly. But I think I managed quite nicely. There we go. I really like that she have the month on top there, and then we have 2 days more that's not in August, so covering that up as well. Yeah, getting it down nice and easy, I thought. Trying turning it, maybe it's a little bit more easy that way. Yeah, getting it down, there we go. Nice and pretty. Oh, gorgeous. So now we can begin to actually plan out what to do and what to put in. First of all, I'm putting down a happy birthday for one of my dearest girlfriends. She has a birthday on August the 7th, so of course I need to mark that. I love that she gives you these happy birthday stickers, because I don't feel like many of shops does that. Some does, but not many. And I'm also putting a label down for, when is it? There we go. Yeah, the 7 as well. I can't remember exactly why I had to put that down, but going in with my sidebar so we can get that down. I love that shops does this, because I love that you can have like an overlook. Oh, I just figured out why I put the label down. The label on the 7th was because that day is 3 months until my little girl comes. So, of course, I wanted to mark that. It's so wonderfully weird that I have been pregnant for almost a half year now, and there's only 3 more months to go. So we're getting there in time, hopefully. And am I the only one who's a little bit impressed that the time goes by this quickly? I think it's because we are planner girls that we notice that the time goes by this fast, because I feel like my boyfriend doesn't think about it. So I got my checklist down, so now we can go back, and I'm putting the date cover-ups in. I hope you don't mind me doing that. It's just, it feels so satisfying to put it down, like it gives it the total overlook for it. So what else is there to talk about? Well, I can see that I have been getting a lot more views lately, especially because of my Foxy Fix haul I made, my unboxing that really can give someone to watch apparently. So thank you for all the one who has been watching that video. I was so impressed that so many have been watching it. So we are just getting things down. And I don't know why I didn't speed this up, but for some reason I chose not to. So you learn and you live and you learn. Isn't that how we are going through it? And I'm so impressed by how fast everything is going. I feel like we are just, well, we have a lot of shops have already been releasing their fall kits, so now we're almost in fall, and it's like, oh my god, it's so soon. And and I'm also putting a happy birthday sticker down for my daddy-in-law. Of course I have to mark his birthday. And on the 14th I'm marking me and my boyfriend has been together for 5 years and a month, so I wanted to mark that. I know it's silly, and especially because we just have our 5-year anniversary, but I still like to mark things like that. It's just a thing. And on the 20th is actually the last day at my work. I'm quitting because of the baby and everything, so I kind of have to. And of course my work knows. I think in March, in the end of March, I told my workplace that I was pregnant and that I would be stopping soon. So on our last work meeting I told them that this would be the last, just so they knew, and also so they could find somebody to replace me with and things like that, because I've been working there for almost 4.5 years. I actually think I've been working at that gas station. So I decided that was the nicest thing to do, and letting them know early on so they could find somebody and teach them how it all works before I'm quitting. So some may think it's dumb, but I decided anyway to do it. And on the 21st I have a appointment, and that is for my midwife's meeting. In Denmark we have by the state are giving you midwives, like and it's free. I don't have to pay anything. Also with, of course, our doctor's appointment, and when I'm going to the hospital we are not paying anything for that. That is in our taxes that we pay. And now you may think that we pay a lot in taxes, but it's nothing like that. We pay around 40% of our income every month to taxes, and that pays for school and hospitals and nurses and like everything like that. Also it pays for if you don't find a work or anything like that, then the state will give you an income so they know you can survive. So I get paid to go to school every month, and I don't have to pay for the doctors or the scans or anything. I have been going through while I have been pregnant, so that is a plus size. I know many may think that it's a little bit crazy that this is how we have always been doing it, and also we pay it every month, so it's not like we have to save everything to when we have to memorize what we have to pay in taxes, and it's each month, and it's automatically, so I don't have to do anything other than say what I expect to get in my income every year. That's it. So then they just calculate it, and then they take their taxes every month. So also, if you pay too much, you can actually pay too much in taxes, then they will give it back every year, like the payment you have too much. So I actually think that's great. That's just the way we do it here in Denmark, and we are said to be the most happy people in the world, so maybe they're right. You never know. So I also chose to put in a money sign for the 31, where I get my payment. I get paid the last day of each month, the last working day, so like Friday, if Friday is the last day in the month. And then I also put a bill due down, just to overlook. I pay all my bills on the 1st, so I don't want to cover all of the first day up. So I just take this cute little munchkin for my midwife appointment, just to put it in, to give it a little bit extra. Even though I noticed I have appointment labels, but you know, you live and you learn. Something like that. And what else am I thinking of? I'm putting a heart down on the 14th to mark me and my boyfriend's 5 year and 1 month. Oh, it's silly. I feel like a schoolgirl when I do it, but I like it. And then I'm putting another heart down on the 4th, because that is our engagement day. And then we have been engaged for 1 year and 2 months on that day. So finding a munchkin, because as you can see, I already have put down a label on the 4th, because I have an exam that day and I want to mark it with something a little bit more. And it got down there. There we go. So I'm actually thinking I'm not putting anything more in, because I don't have anything more to label other than, of course, the headers for my sidebar. And I decided to do a purchase and and then to do a important and next month, because I'm actually not using my Erin Conran monthly view that much. I'm mostly using the one I have in my Faxi, because that's the one I have on the go, so that's the one I'm mostly writing in. Also pre-writing and pre-planning, because it's more easy when I put it down there. So I can tell you we're almost done. And when I'm finished putting this down, I'm just turning off the camera to write everything in, just so I can do that in peace, and then I will show you afterwards. Just giving you the overlook. There we go. It's so cute. So now that I have wrote everything in, you can see I have some work days, but I don't want to put that in with labels, because I think that's irritating, because I have that many work days. But that is